Hi YouTube subscribers, how you guys doing? It's your boy, the one and only ABSC. Um, well, touching bases with you guys. So, a lot of you guys have maybe been seeing different content, unusual content on my YouTube channel. Yes, you guys, I have been pole dancing. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I always wanted a pole in my place because I always knew I had the upper body strength to work the pole. Now, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, there's been times I've been out to nightclubs, and then upon leaving, me and my friends will be walking, and all of a sudden I see a pole, after a few drinks, and I would run over and grab it. My friends are like, no, no, what are you doing? And I'm like, I would go up and go down, and they're like, oh my gosh, yay, like you killed that. This has been for years. There'll be times that clubs will open early and there would be a pole in there, I guess for the strippers or maybe for whatever dances on the platform. And I always wanted to go and try the pole, but I never had the chance to really have the pole to myself because it was always occupied with somebody else doing something on it. And it was like I never really got to test how good I was at pole dancing. So recently you guys have seen content because when I moved into my new spot, that was like one of the things that I was like, no, this time I'm going to get one because in my old place I didn't have one. So I was able to get a pole. So that's the reason why you guys are seeing me do the pole dancing and stuff. Am I a stripper? No. Am I an online stripper? Considerably so, but I'm not really stripping out of clothes, you guys. Well, there is that one video I did in my underwear, but okay. Anyways, I'm just doing it for fun. It also is good for exercise, ladies and gentlemen. I want to lose a little bit in the gut, so it helps. It works. It keeps me occupied. It's very challenging. I love a challenge. I'm a Sagittarius. I like to have fun. It's in the comfort of my own place, and I can have fun. And I record my videos so I can upload it to you guys. And it also introduces new content to the content that I already have created on here. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on that because you guys are probably questioning, like, what the heck is going on? I'm just having fun. That's all. But the reason why I made this video is because now we got to get back down to business. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a little minute since we spoke. Now, let's get back into the narcissism. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you guys may wonder, why is the narcissist doing this? Okay, a lot of you guys may wonder, after a certain allotted amount of time, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years, you go back around a narcissist, and at first it seems so welcoming, but then you realize they're still the same person. And you're like, how could you carry on 10 years later being the same person? How? I mean, there might be a little small changes, minor changes with them, like age. So of course their mindset is a little bit different, so you'll think that they've matured. But this is not the case, ladies and gentlemen. They're still the same. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you the reason why. The reason why the narcissist is still the same is because the narcissist, ladies and gentlemen, no matter how much we want to believe in our minds that one day they're going to change, they never change, ladies and gentlemen. They never change. It was something that was so hard for me to really grasp. It was really hard for me to understand that narcissists really don't change. As I'm witnessing it happening in my life right now with an old friend that I know. Ladies and gentlemen, they just get worse. And what's so sad about it is, ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason why you guys question, why are they still trying to torment me when I'm back around you and it's been so much time? You would think that they would value the time that you weren't around them to say, okay, you know what? I've changed because this was a good friend. No, they're never going to do that. Because the narcissists know they're not going to change forever. So they always have to introduce toxicity into your life. They always have to be upset with you for some reason. You're like, well, damn, we was on good terms. What's going on? That's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. You got to understand, when a person is mad at you for no reason, you know you ain't did shit wrong. Do not argue with them. A lot of times we don't take the time to self-reflect, to actually look at the whole picture, to step out of the picture and view the picture and say, wait a minute, this person's upset with me and arguing, and for what? What did I do? I haven't did anything. Ladies and gentlemen, I recently confronted an old person that I know about that. I didn't confront them head on, but I said, people are always upset with me for no reason. I didn't even do anything wrong. I just don't understand why. And the first thing that came out of their mouth was, "Oh, I'm not upset with you. I'm not upset with you." I want to say, yes, the hell you are. Every time I call you, it's, oh, you haven't been there, and you don't do this, and you don't do that, and blah, blah, blah. It's the nitpicking. It's the small little things, ladies and gentlemen, that matters. Because you got to understand, the narcissist is not the type of person, even though they do want to kill you, they're not the type of person that's going to walk up to you and just slice your head off. Okay? What they're going to do is they're going to put the knife to your neck and cut a little bit and cut a little bit more and go up a little bit and cut a little bit until they have successfully decapitated you. It's what they do. So a lot of times, ladies and gentlemen, we be looking for answers. We be wanting to know, but it's just that they're not going to change. And there's no need in you giving them your energy to argue, because that's what they want. They want to push you into arguing with them so they can absorb that narcissistic supply. Misery loves company. Now when you look at it, you had a whole peaceful thing going on for you, but now you're sucked back into this negativity. But before you even communicated back with the narcissist, everything was straight. At least you didn't have that problem in your life. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? So I'm making this video because I want you guys to be hyper vigilant of what's going on. And always remember that it's not your fault. The narcissist is just never going to change. But they're always going to try to convince you to make you believe it's your fault without telling you that. It's all in the head is what they try to do. It's all in the psyche is how they try to fuck you up. That's why you have to know what you're dealing with when you're dealing with it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've noticed something in a narcissist that I'm noticing, okay? When it comes down to the sexual aspect or encounters with the narcissist, when you have sex with the narcissist and you do not, let's just say you're not always available for them because you're busy, you have your life, they have that entitlement thing. And you don't really have no feelings for them. It's like you feel like, okay, we're just friends with benefits. They get secretly fucking pissed, okay? They're never going to tell you that. But they're going to say things like, oh, yeah, I don't know why you acting like, because, yeah, you don't even like, damn, you could have called. And you thinking in your head, like, we ain't together. It was just a fling. And ladies and gentlemen, even with a fling, you have to be careful because you don't know what they got. You don't know who they slept with and stuff like that. But for those of you that have engaged, just to, and to move on, they be so upset because they're mad because they want. See, every time the narcissists use their body, they're using their body in a horrible, evil manipulation type way to hook someone that they can abuse. But for a person that don't give a damn, that's just like, okay, I'm just having this sexual encounter, it's an adventure, and I'm out. They don't put their feelings in it. And the narcissists hate when you don't put your feelings into them because they're all about emotion. They're all about you clinging to them so they can abuse you, you believing that you're in a relationship that you're not in. When you don't give them that, they be infuriated. That's what they really be pissed off about. They'll find so many things to argue with you about, but they're never going to tell you what it really is that they're upset about. For those of you that have engaged with narcissists. Because I ain't going to sit up here and tell you that I have not. I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. I have. You know what I'm saying? But this is like a old toxic friend. I mean, should I have did it? No. But I mean, we live in a world of, choices. And, it was just at the time, it's like, okay, you just a fling, goodbye. And they don't like it. They don't like it. They'll treat you like you just a fling. But deep down inside, why they continue to keep blowing your phone up? Why do they continue to get upset with you because you didn't call them the next day or the day after that? Does it really matter? We're not together. I was treating you like you treat me. We're just having a fling. That's it, right? Why do my emotions have to be involved? Why do you want me head over heels for you? Why do you want me to fight tooth and nail for your attention? They mad when you don't put in, ladies and gentlemen, but you take out. And ladies and gentlemen, I can't help but love the fact when people do this because they give the narcissist a taste of their own medicine. So I just wanted to give you an update. I love each and every last one of you guys. I will have more narcissistic videos coming for you. I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. And also, like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you guys think about those new pole dancing videos. See you guys later. Bye-bye.